and Sid in the Morning is over, we're wrapping it up.
Wrap it up!
Wrap it up!
Wrap it up!
I don't like when people talk about me.
It's the Wrap It Up Podcast.
Welcome, Black. Welcome, Black, from a nice long weekend.
Oh, hell yeah, Memorial Day weekend.
Wow.
Yeah.
Don't say happy Memorial Day weekend.
I didn't.
It was a very
What are you accusing me of?
solemn Memorial Day
I
weekend.
just respect the troops. I actually went to the Yankee game on Monday, and there was a whole bunch of seamen there.
Oh,
And,
also it was Fleet Week.
Yeah. So I was at a bar. These guys, standing there, and I told them, I was like, hey, listen, I just appreciate your service, and I really mean that. And I, had a nice conversation, got a beer out of it, actually.
You love seamen.
I do love my seamen. Yes, that's me, Matt Meany, the seaman lover of all. Yeah, so we came back Tuesday to try and get the ball rolling again.
Yeah.
It's tough having a Monday off sometimes.
Yeah, and then we came back, and right away, Sid was on the air complaining about what this station doesn't do for us. So,
Well, his one gripe was the beach thing.
yes, that he saw Boomer and Geo on Friday, and they had thousands of people, and also was it Z100 on
Yes,
Friday?
Elvis Duran, yeah.
Elvis Duran. They had thousands of people, and he is pissed that we didn't do the show from New Jersey Shore, the Jersey
Because it was
Shore.
fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was his argument. But yeah, he was upset about that. But we carried on, as we always do.
Yes, and then that led Matt and I to get into a little bit of trouble after the show
Oh,
on
yeah.
Tuesday.
There you go.
Because we were voicing our gripe that this podcast that you're listening to does not get any promotions, when we've heard other podcasts on the station get promotions, and we may have said things that we may have regretted
Oh, absolutely.
after in the meeting.
Yep.
But we're still here.
Yeah, we're still here.
And we're still doing the podcast.
And we're still doing
even
it.
though we threatened that we weren't going to do it anymore. So guess what? They won.
We get, geez, any other place, I'm telling you, we'd be out of here.
I know. We get so
Don't let
many
the door
strikes.
hit you on the ass, yeah. So, Tuesday.
And Bo Dietl again
Bo
was
Dietl
fired
was
up.
in, he's always fired up.
Because he said Linda Fairstein, the one who handled
Yes.
the Central Park jogger
5,
case,
yes,
he's going to interview her, and he said that the Central Park joggers, they did not rape the jogger, but they did do other things that nobody knows about, and she's going to expose that. And
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bo's always a great guest. Oh, it was later on in the show.
Yeah.
I you have no interest in sports, but Mike Breen
Yeah.
came on.
Yes. Bang!
Bang, baby. And
Nice guy.
she's so fun. I mean, he could just, him and Bernard are close, and Sid and him are
Yeah,
close.
they all go way back.
Yeah, so, and you could just see that, like this, you could see them, shooting the shit in
Yeah.
a room somewhere, just
Drinking beers together.
exactly, just hanging and just,
Yeah, he's the
So-
basketball announcer for the Knicks and for other teams.
Yeah, so I think it was either
channel?
Bernie or Sid. Well, the Knicks are on MSG, but he's on ABC he'll
Oh,
do the
so-
finals. So him,
He does ABC,
Yeah.
a major network.
yeah,
Whoa,
he is
he's
their
big time.
go-to. He is the top NBA play caller, like play-by-play guy.
That explains why he lives in Manhasset amongst Mike Francesa and other people.
Oh, it's a big. Okay, I
Nice.
didn't know that.
Yeah, it's nice there.
What'd you do over the weekend in Long Island over the
In
Memorial Day
Strong
weekend?
Island, what did I do? The weather was gorgeous. It was my birthday on
That's
Friday.
right.
I had
Happy
off on my
birthday.
Thank you. And then, no, that was Saturday. And then Sunday, I went to Mark Levin's book signing.
That's right.
I was 10 minutes from where I
You
live.
dragged your children
In
there.
Huntington. Vic and I went, and we brought all three of our kids. And right away, the book signing was at 1. We didn't get there till 2:30 because my teens woke up at 1. So then we dragged them, and in the car, they're like, "Who's this guy we're going to see?" I'm like, "Mark Levin." And my son only knows Ben Shapiro because he and his buddies at high school watch Ben Shapiro on YouTube. They do not listen to talk radio. No teenagers listen to talk radio.
Nope.
It just doesn't happen.
Nope.
They only watch Netflix and YouTube
Yep.
and Snapchat. So so I said, Google Mark Levin. So Olivia, my 15-year-old, Googles him. She's like, oh, whatever. She's like, I don't know him. So we get to the book review. The line is around the corner. It was 4 hours long.
That's Mark.
He just sells them
people
out.
turn out for Mark.
Even on Memorial Day weekend. So we get there. We walk right to the front. They must have hated us. We walk right to the front, and I did what Mark told me to do, just say that I work with him. So I did, and we went right upstairs. My friend Tamara Karsev, who works at Fox News, was there with her dad, who served, and we walk. Mark was signing books, so we didn't disturb him. We just hung out in the back. And my friend Mark Meany.
Mark Meany.
Who is not related to you.
Not related to me, but I did meet him a long time ago.
You did meet him. He's a photographer now, but he served twice in Iraq. So a lot of his friends die. But he was there because he's a huge Mark Levin fan, and I gave him one of the books that were sent to us.
Nice.
And so Mark's wife told told him, we were here, so he took a minute out from signing, and he's like, "Oh, hey, Jillian," and he said, "I said this is Vic, my husband." He said, and then I said, "This is Jack," and I said, "This is Olivia," and he remembers me when I was pregnant with Olivia, and he didn't see her one other time when she was maybe 5, but he didn't remember. So he walks up to her. He's like, "Oh my God!" He's like, "Olivia, I knew you before you knew you," and her face, like instead of saying, "Oh, good to see you," she was just like, "Great." Like her face was so sarcastic, and I was looking at her, and she had that. I put a picture on Twitter of me impersonating her because she looked at me like rolled her eyes like, "Cool, I don't know you."
This is such the stereotypical teenage girl.
She is such the teenage girl, and I'm looking at her like, stop it, like be appreciative. And then afterwards, like we took a picture with him, and then he went back. And
She's got to get that from Vic. I'm sorry, because it's not you at all.
No, not at all. So she gets it from her friends, actually.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
So he goes back, and then I see Olivia and Jack and corner Vic. Emma's always with me, so they corner Vic, and they're like, "Can you take us home now?" and I'm like, "Guys, we'll go. We're gonna go out to eat with Brian Kilmeade's coming back. He's gonna treat everybody to dinner. We're gonna go out to eat with them." And they're like, "Oh, you are not making us go to dinner. I don't know these people. You think all of your friends are famous? Nobody watches them, and nobody listens to them, Mom. We came for you. We want to go home." And so they made Vic leave.
Oh my God!
And take them home. They wouldn't even. Emma's like, "Well, I'm staying." She was so
Good.
cool. Yeah. And then my friends and I, and Tamara, we went to this bar. We let Mark sign some more books, and then we met up with them afterwards. But they were just so like.
So wait, what did they do when they went home that they wanted to do? Did they just want to be home? They just didn't want to be out to dinner?
They wanted to hang out with their friends.
Oh, okay. So did they hang out with their? They probably did.
Well,
Yeah.
Olivia didn't even hang out with her girlfriend until like that night. But Jack. Yeah, he didn't even personally hang out with them. He put his headphones on and started playing PlayStation with them as if he's hanging out with them. And I'm like, what? Why did you guys have to leave? Mom, you should think all your friends like are so famous, and we don't know them, and we don't want to hear them talk about this boring stuff.
Little do they know, when they need a lawyer down the road, and they're
like,
"Oh, Mark Levin, okay."
I mean, especially Olivia, she's so not into. She's like, "I am not." Anyone that works on a place that's Fox News, nobody cares about news, Mom. None of my friends watch the news. I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, you don't understand what a phenomenon these people are.
They don't. Yeah, I mean, but
even Brian Kilmeade. I said, "Jack, get in the picture with Brian," and I snapped a picture with him with Brian, and he's like, "Who's that dude?" And I'm like, he is on a major Fox and Friends
morning show. Yes, every single day.
I said, "Jack, you like Trump, right?"
Nationally
he's like,
syndicated.
I said, "Trump tweets about Fox and Friends all the time.
Only go on that show."
And he's like, "Whatever, Mom." He's like, I don't know that show. I'd rather just be home playing with my friends."
I mean, that's that's the age.
They don't care about anything but what's going on with themselves.
I can tell you right now, from both you and Sid having younger children, I have learned a lot about parenting and how things should be dealt with. So,
once they turn teens, it's so different from when they're little kids. And little kids are easy to control, but once they start getting a voice and have
starting to find themselves, right? Becoming,
like they would not stay with Dad. Drive me home. I'm not staying here with these people.
Walk your ass home.
She called us. I'm not staying here with these people. like
what?
Who are these? Like, what about us? Like, we're such nerds.
Not nerds
so
at all.
Funny.
All right.
Yeah. So that was it.
We came back from our little snafu on. What was it, Tuesday? Yeah.
Yes, on Tuesday we had a meeting because we got in trouble.
A little bit of trouble, but that's all right.
It's all good.
Yes. It's fine. It's dealt with now, and that's
it.
We back. We wouldn't go anywhere though. Actually,
we back and we black.
We back and we black. So Tuesday.
Wednesday.
Oh, God, I just don't. I mean, these 3-day weekends just throw you for a loop. I mean, I've had 3-day weekends in a row, and I'm not complaining by any means, but it throws your sleep schedule off a little bit.
Yeah, it does. God, that first day back after your vacation is so tough to get back to sleep. Oh, gosh.
And also being the hours that we work, I mean, we talk about this so much, getting into like 3 days of sleep, regular sleep.
People who don't work early morning hours don't understand. We have to be able to basically fall asleep on demand. I know for me, if I do best on 7 to 8 hours of sleep. So if I want 7 hours, I have to fall asleep by 8. And it's impossible to do if you don't take drugs. Without either Ambien or Benadryl, who could fall asleep at 8:00?
Yeah, not me. I can tell you that. It's not easy.
Yeah.
So we had a lot going on Wednesday. A couple of really good guests, as usual.
The Mooch came back.
Mooch is there.
Yeah, Mooch came back. He was Trump, the president, tweeted out something about Sleepy Joe Biden, and Mooch said he doesn't think that's a very good idea to tweet that because it kind of diminishes the office of the presidency. I don't know. I kind of think it's funny.
It is funny.
We've never had a president like this, so why stop now?
Yeah, no, I totally agree. I mean, he's just stoking the fire. He's
poking the press,
the bear, whatever you're poking
great.
the bear. It is. I mean, it's about time.
He's different. He's never going to be like any other president.
There hasn't been anyone like him, and I don't think there will be one. Also, Sid had a couple of dilemmas. Actually, the first one was with his daughter. About going to some concert.
Governor's Island is a big concert each year. Yeah, the Governor's Ball, right? Oh, no, it's at Randall's Island, right?
Yes, it's called the you would think it'd be called the Governor's.
Yeah, but at Cuomo, we decided Cuomo was not going to be there, even though it's called the Governor's Ball. Yeah. So Ava, they had already bought tickets for her, but apparently she did something bad. He didn't say on the air or off the air, but she was fresh or just did something bad, something that a 15-year-old girl shouldn't do to her parents, and so they took it away from her. And out of spite, she said, "Well, then fine, I'm not going to the Yankee game."
Yeah.
it's just cutting off her nose to spite her face. She should go to the Yankee game.
Absolutely.
Especially with Mitch Modell seats.
Yeah, I mean, and the food there too, like you say, it's in Modell seats. So
it's not like the regular seats. This is all exclusive. I think waitress.
Yeah, no, you'll have people come to you, but that's that phrase you used there.
Yeah.
Cut off her nose to spite her face. I mean,
and then Sid was saying also that Danielle is more of the disciplinarian.
Yeah, we got a bunch of calls on that too.
Yeah, and Bernie as well said that his wife was the disciplinarian. I know in my household, Vic is the disciplinarian. I always cave because the kids start texting me, "Mom, I didn't mean it," or I've been working hard with school, or I'm under stress, and I'm always like,
I feel for you, right?
Yeah, I'll buy it for you.
So I was the same thing as how Bernie and Sid are. My mother. Well, no, yeah,
she
my
was the
mother.
disciplinarian?
Yes, and so I would go to my dad and be like, "Dad, can I do this?" He's like, "What'd your mother say?"
That's what Vic does for me. He says, "What did Mom say?" And so I'm the boss, but at the same time. If he really feels strongly about something, like absolutely not, she does not get to do this because she, failed her test, and that means she didn't study hard enough. And I'm just like, well, what if she did study hard enough, but she's just not as smart as Jack? Because he always compares.
Yep.
Jack, if Jack can do it, and I'm like, Vic, they're two different kids.
Yep.
Jack was always, I won't say smarter. He just never had to study.
It came a little easier to him.
It came a lot easier.
And what's really refreshing to hear about this is the balance that it sounds like you have with your husband, and that you guys balance each other out.
We do, but like Sid said, it does cause fights amongst us because if you don't side together, then the kids divide and conquer.
Yes,
they see that because I did the same thing. You divide and conquer.
Yeah,
and they smell it, and so it does cause fights. And a lot of the times, Vic doesn't know this, but I'll say, yeah, okay, no problem. We'll take it away from her. Or with Jack, well, he can't play his PlayStation. Mm-hmm. But then, like, if he goes to work, that I give it to them.
You are the best mom, you know that?
I'll be like, just don't tell Dad, please.
That's funny. Do you want to tell a story about how you met your husband?
Oh, I met Vic through my brother. Eric and I are only a year apart, so we basically hung out with the same crowd.
Yeah.
And so...
I mean, I don't want you to get into detail. The one part that I think is the funny part of it.
Okay, so
not that it was terrible, but
I didn't even know I told you this.
Yeah.
So we had a big going away party when my brother was joining the Marine Corps, and Vic was there, and they were drinking a lot, and apparently one of our other friends, John, threw up, and. Is this the part you're talking about where Vic licked his throw up?
Yep, that's it.
So I see this guy, this big dude. Vic was like the biggest guy there because he used to be like one of those power lifter too at the gym, and he was captain of the lacrosse and football team. So he was a big dude. And I see this guy like on his knees licking something up. I'm like, Eric, what is he doing? He's like, oh, he's just licking up John's puke. And I'm like, that's hilarious.
That's hilarious.
That actually, I must be sick because I was like, introduce me to this guy. That's so different. And Eric's like, what's wrong with you?
It's
like Vic's crazy. He'll do crazy things. He eats bugs, and he eats like cicada bugs for $20.
Oh my God.
And I'm like, introduce me to him. And so he introduced me to him, and Vic had a girlfriend at the time, surprisingly. And I didn't care. I went after that shit. And
you knew what you wanted, and you went and got
I wanted
it.
a guy who licks up his best friend's puke.
When you told me that story the first time, I'm like, wow, that is a love story if I've ever heard one.
That says a lot about how crazy I am.
Well, no, I mean that just makes you who you are, and that's the beautiful thing about it. Hopefully, I'll have a story one day like that. Who knows what will happen?
It's so sick. I know. Yeah. Well, there's certain people are attracted to different things. I guess
we all have our quirks about us. So we said the mooch was on. We had the guy from Court TV, Vinny Politan. Yeah. He came on, talked about how
who's that guy that he talked about?
Kellen Winslow and Harvey Weinstein. Yeah, Kellen Winslow, a football player, is in a lot of trouble, or former football player.
And Harvey Weinstein settled for like $44 million or something.
Unbelievable. And the last thing we'll talk about that on Wednesday here was Sid's dilemma with going to Anthony Cumia's podcast.
Yes.
Whether he should go or not, because Anthony hasn't been showing up to our show.
Right. And he did do our show for like a year.
Yeah, it was when his book was coming out. So that was we think that was the reason. Yeah, which is, more power to him. That's awesome. And he was funny when he came on. It wasn't like he was pushing the book.
No. And so we basically all said he should do the show, right? He made an obligation?
Yeah. He made an obligation. For one, yes, fulfill your obligation, Sid. But two, I want some answers. You should go on there and ask Anthony, where the hell he's been.
And
why
Bernie said, we're going to play it. Like, see if he's a pussy. Is he going to...
cower out. Yeah, just...
don't be a coward. Like, ask him on the air. Like, what the fuck is going on?
Seriously. And that's the other thing. He could curse on that compound media, which apparently does very well. So
yeah.
That was Wednesday.
Yep.
Okay, Thursday.
So Thursday.
Not hump day, excuse me. Thursday.
The day after hump day?
Day after hump day, Friday Eve, Friday light, whatever you may call it. We were preparing for the loss of a close friend of ours.
Yes, WPLJ.
WPLJ. We'll be going off the air on Friday.
7 p.m.
7 p.m.
Pretty sad, yeah.
And Thursday.
Thursday we said goodbye to one of our good buddies, Annie on the Air.
Yes.
She's part of the morning show crew. And we invited Jade of Todd and Jade Morning Show as well, but Jade smartly declined because she knew Sid would pull things out of her that would probably release her 2-year settlement deal that she has in her contract.
Yeah. So it would void the contract, we thought. So she did the smart thing and didn't come on. Annie did, though.
Annie came on. She kept it classy. She kept a positive outlook. I mean, she doesn't want to disparage her company. And she was kind of alluding to the fact that she'd love to work with us.
We could see what happened.
Yeah, we could see what happened.
A lot of guests on Thursday, too. Bob Bianchi from CNN, or where was he from?
Bob Bianchi he's from some court show, and he's also a lawyer, and he's like an expert on other TV shows when it comes to the law and Mueller stuff.
Yes, so we had Bill O'Reilly and Bob on to talk about O'Reilly talked about Mueller. We got some news from Bill O'Reilly about his book, and he had a phone call with Trump, I believe.
Yeah, he said Trump called him at 11 p.m. last night, and basically he told O'Reilly that the reason why Mueller doesn't like him is because when Mueller was moving, I guess years ago, he asked Trump for his $15,000 membership fee back from this golf club, and Trump said no. So he thinks that since then he's had it out for him.
Who has $15,000
to just say goodbye to,
or to say goodbye to, or to join a golf club for? That's ridiculous.
All these people are very wealthy.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, so if that's true, well, there's no way to prove it, but that's how Trump feels. Our President Trump.
Yes, that's right. So there was a lot of talk on Mueller because he did come out and had that 10-minute speech on Wednesday after the show had ended.
Why is he even speaking again? He already said that there was no collusion. So what? I didn't watch it yesterday. He just said what?
The same thing. He's like the report, the investigation that is there. Explains the details. Said there was not. What did he say? There was not evidence that there was.
There's nothing to illegal jargon in it, I guess. But he said, Congress, it's up to you now.
You got two donkeys over here leading the, trying to break this down.
So basically, there's something, and it's up to Congress to figure out how to
go about this.
Getting rid of Trump, it seems like.
Well, that's the Democrats' goal is to get him out before. I mean, he's got one more year in office, and then it's
Although
ramping up for a campaign.
People are
again.
saying he's going to win hands down in 2020.
Well,
so
we'll see.
We see.
I mean, Sleepy Joe Biden was a low IQ
Sleepy
individual.
Joe. I like Sloppy Joe.
Sloppy Joe's good.
Yeah.
He touched. What did he? I saw something. He touched a 10-year-old girl.
He said something.
If you're as good looking as you are
smart to a 10-year-old, how could he do that? He's people know him for this.
Creepy
and
Joe.
He can't help himself.
Yeah.
How do you call a 10-year-old girl good looking?
That's.
You say cute. Oh, you're so adorable. You're so cute.
If you were as good, yeah, that's.
But you don't say good looking is what you say to someone older. Like, you're good looking.
Wow, yeah.
Like, I've never called a child good looking. Wow. He's like, Emma, wow, your friend's good looking. You say, oh, your friend's so adorable.
No.
That's just so weird.
Ain't gonna fly with me,
Yeah,
yo. We had
right.
Greg Lasac on, I guess.
Lasac.
Lasac, I guess. There was some issues pronouncing his name, which was kind of funny.
Like LASIK eye surgery. He
like LASIK eye surgery is right. Also,
he's running for Queens DA.
District Attorney.
But
yes.
we endorsed him, so he's probably going to lose.
Yeah, unfortunately. That is one consistent thing. That is,
Everybody that we endorse loses.
Yes.
So if you want to win something, come on our show.
Losers.
You ain't gonna win.
Ain't gonna win. We had Jill on the street on Thursday, per usual.
Yes, that was interesting.
Yes.
A lot of people think that I asked who is stupider, De Blasio? No, who's more of an idiot, De Blasio or AOC? And most people said De Blasio.
Yeah, well, they're both pretty freaking dumb, if you ask me.
Yeah.
Also, in your Jill on the street, the Knicks are apparently they're in the NBA Finals.
According to the New York Knicks fans in New York, yes, there's an NBA Finals. Do you think the Knicks are going to win? Yes, go Knicks.
Yep.
It's like, hello, they're out of your
Just
dinner.
wake up, people. Come on. Like,
hilarious.
I mean, I know we're in the age of, where you can get everything on your phone with social media, but pick up a goddamn newspaper.
No.
It's all over the place.
No, but everybody's on Snapchat and Netflix.
Yeah, Netflix.
I don't know.
Do you have Netflix, right?
Oh, yeah.
Do you share it with anybody?
Actually, my mom shares it with me.
There you go.
But that's changing now. Starting, I think, next month, you can only use one email per household. So we just have to pay the $14 a month. That's fine.
Also, I don't know if you know this. If you have Spotify, you can get Hulu along with the Spotify for no charge. It just has the advertisements. It's not like the premium Hulu.
Wait, so you can sign into the Hulu movies that you watch through Spotify?
Yeah, I think if you go to Hulu.com, it'll prompt you, be like, "Oh, do you have a Spotify account?" And then they can link your account.
Oh, that's cool.
And I mean, it's a ploy. Oh, we're going to give you this our lowest service with the ads and everything.
They try to lure you in.
Exactly.
With the
Yeah. So, but not paying anything. So,
yeah,
that's a little tidbit for anybody out there that wants to get
good
Hulu
to know,
for
meaning
free. Yeah.
We like stuff for free because
Yeah, life pro tips. Trying to give every little insight.
I get Amazon Prime. Do you get that?
I did, but then I didn't. Everything's so close in Brooklyn that I could walk outside and get it.
Yeah.
So
you don't have kids yet. So with Amazon, I belong to Prime because it's only $99 a year, and you never have to go to, which just sucks for small mom and pop shops. I know, but you could just order stuff, and you never have to get involved with all the traffic on the streets.
Yep.
Jericho Turnpike by me on Long Island. It's just to get to the mall. It's just nonstop stress. You just order it, and 2 days later, it's at your front door.
Do you find yourself ordering things that you really don't need?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and because they have this like deal of the day on Amazon, and it pops up, and you're like, that looks cool. Let me try that. And you can become a hoarder.
Yeah. Well, see, that's why I stopped. One, because I wasn't using that much, but I would go on there and be like, "Oh, I want this, but I wouldn't buy it."
It's true.
I'm the same way. This is funny, actually. Like me and my roommate talk about this. When I go grocery shopping, I never buy snacks or anything like chips or ice cream or anything like that, because when I'm home and I'm hungry and I'm like starving, I'm like looking for snacks. There's nothing there, and every time I get pissed.
So then, what do?
I just eat whatever I have, like I have pretzels, like healthier stuff.
That's probably
pickles.
smart.
It is smart.
But when you have teenage kids and they open the closet and there's tons to eat and they're like, there's nothing to eat.
Oh.
My kids do this every freaking. I spend like about $500 a week on groceries.
Oh my God.
It's a family of 5.
Yeah.
So and I try to do mostly healthy, but they like the Pringles and they like the pretzels are healthy actually, but they like they would love if I bought Twinkies and all this stuff. And once a month, I'll go off and just get some, like, look, they had the sale on Entenmann's 2 for $1.
Oh, yeah.
But it's gone within the next day. Like, the kids freaking eat
like
so
vacuums,
much.
right? And then they don't. The thing about being young is they have the metabolism, and your kids play sports, right, Jack? And well, Olivia doesn't, right?
Olivia, no. If I said I tell her sometimes, and I know you're not supposed to because you could probably give your kids eating disorders. But sometimes she can eat a lot, and I'm just like, Liv,
Wolf it down.
you're gonna be 500 pounds one day if you continue this and don't move. Like she just doesn't want to move because she quit track, and next year instead of track, she's doing golf.
Okay.
Because she doesn't. But golf is there's no exercise in golf.
Well, there is. I mean, they're not going to be riding carts. They make those kids walk. So
Yeah, but how far do you walk in golf?
I mean, it's there's holes that
Can you get 10,000 steps in?
absolutely,
Really?
absolutely, from walking the course and walking to your ball and back to your bag and
10,000 steps equals 5 miles. So you can walk 5 miles playing golf.
okay, maybe not 5 miles, but you do get a lot of exercise in golf. I'm telling you.
Does it make you sweat and pant? Because that's cardio. Is vascular is when you're like for 20 minutes. They say you should be like sweat every day for 20 minutes. I can't see her like sweating. Just
Well,
swinging a ball.
I don't think swinging a club. Yeah,
swing a club,
whatever.
right.
I don't
Play with your balls.
Yeah, playing with the balls.
Yeah.
I think you would sweat being in the heat, but I don't know.
Yeah.
Cardiovascular.
Cardiovascular
So
benefits.
I don't know. Interesting stuff. All right. Well, that was us wrapping it up, and until
Until
the
we
next
meet again.
episode.
Peace.